Are you ready for more independence as a financial advisor? Are you ready for more growth and control over your future? The Independent Registered Investment Advisor, or RIA, model might be right for you. There are many paths to independence, and Schwab Advisor Services has helped thousands of advisors make the move with confidence. From defining your vision to successfully transitioning your clients, Schwab helps you build your roadmap to independence. To find your path, start with Schwab Advisor Services at advisorservices.schwab.com/paths today.
This is the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI Studios in Toronto, Canada.
Hey Toronto, this is Ed Sheeran.
This is Kelly Clarkson.
Hi, this is Bryan Adams.
This is Adele.
This is Madonna.
It's Michael Bublé, and you're listening to the Pooja and Gurdeep Show. It's fun. They're amazing.
Okay, so we both recently took a little vacation.
A vacation.
A vacation. That's right,
It's
Pooch.
not a vacation unless it's a vacation.
Yeah, that's right. No one does it like you.
Or it's actually now turned into You sound like a bird.
It's turned into a rooster at this point. Tell us where you went and how was it?
So I was in Marbella, Spain, and I went for my sister's 50th birthday. We did a girls' trip.
Milestone. Happy birthday, Niru.
It was so fun. Always great with the girls. However, I did leave my children for the first time for this long. I don't think I've ever been gone for this long. I was gone for a week.
A week without your kids?
Yes. And it's not like they were alone to fend for themselves. I had my parents helping, taking care of them, and Paul was home as well. So I was like partially worried, but not fully worried because I was like, they're surrounded by love.
You're doing the daily FaceTimes?
And so that's what I thought I would do, is I would do the daily FaceTimes. However, every time I did the daily FaceTime, this is what would happen.
Oh my goodness. Now, were they crying because they could see you but you weren't there?
Yeah, they just would go, Mama, come back. As if they were being tortured or something, and they were not. And I was told that they were playing and having fun, but every time I called, that's what they would do.
So did you still call every day?
Well, then eventually I stopped because I felt bad. My poor parents, then they have to deal with the aftermath when I hang up. And this kept going for another 15, 20 minutes.
Were they instant, though? They weren't just instantly okay as soon as the phone turned off?
No, it was just a lot, and snot bubbles and the whole Mama, why did you leave us? All of that.
So what happened to this whole kids' memory of a goldfish thing? So kids do have a sense of time because they know that you were gone for longer than a work day when you'd normally be gone?
I guess, or because maybe they have no sense of time, and that was the problem. Because I kept saying, I'm going to be back soon, and they're like, we don't know what soon means.
They're like, Mom's been gone for 8 years.
Yes.
What? No.
Yes, they probably and they didn't understand, and they thought if they just cry and beg me to come back, then I'd come back. It was heartbreaking and very, very hard to do.
But let me ask you this, because again, I know it's not the exact same thing, but people with dogs will understand. Ever since I got a dog, normally you're so sad when vacation ends. You're like, oh, it is going by so fast. I wish I could slow down time. Ever since I got a dog, I have a great time on vacation, but I'm always so happy when it's over because I get to come home to coffee. Did you experience at the end of your trip, I cannot wait to get home, see my kids?
Yes. And then, I got home. They were asleep. So in the morning, I was like, okay, you know what? If they don't want to go to school today, I'm not even going to let them go to school. I'm just going to spend the whole day with them. It's going to be great. And so then I got up and I went to go wake them up. And they were like, hey, what's up? It was nothing. They weren't not even that excited to see me. I was like, what? How do you cry every day when I called you when I was away? And then I'm back and they're like, hey, so we going to school?
Wow. Maybe they're mad and this is how they're,
I don't know.
They're just gaslighting you a little bit.
Let's just add this to the list of parenting is hard. Parenting is hard.
From CHFI Studios,
it's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
The Daily Double
with Pooja and Gurdeep.
All right, we got 2 stories you need to know.
What do you got?
Okay, you want me to go first here? Here we go. Okay, the Stanley Cup Finals start tonight. Do you remember the Lucky Looney ahead of the 2002 Salt Lake City Olympics?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they buried a Looney at center ice, and then, of course, the women's team and the men's team for Canada went on to win gold. It becomes this beautiful folklore story. You can call this a modern and creative adaptation of that, and I love it. So the Oilers host the Panthers. Game 1 tonight of the Stanley Cup Finals on Sportsnet and Sportsnet Plus. Canadian team hasn't won the Stanley Cup in 32 years. It's been a while. It's overdue. So this is cool. Rogers went around the country and collected ice from the hometown rinks of 6 prominent Canadian Edmonton Oilers. Connor McDavid, Evander Kane, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Darnell Nurse, Stuart Skinner, and Calvin Pickard. They got all this ice, they collected it from these 6 rinks across Canada and brought it to Rogers Place in Edmonton where the Oilers play, and they combined it with the NHL ice surface. So
That's so cool.
Isn't it so cool? So on the ice tonight that the Oilers will be skating on against the Panthers, there's ice from the Magna Center in Newmarket where Connor McDavid grew up playing, the North Shore Winter Club in Vancouver, BC, where Evander Kane grew up playing, the Harry Howell Twin Pad Arena in Hamilton, Ontario, where Darnell Nurse grew up playing, the Burnaby Winter Club in Burnaby, BC, where Ryan Nugent-Hopkins grew up playing, Confederation Arena in Edmonton, Stuart Skinner, and The Rink in Winnipeg, Manitoba, where Calvin Pickard grew up playing.
What a great Canadian feel-good story. This is where you forget your team and everybody just roots for Canada at this point, right?
Absolutely. And I think this stuff will go down in folklore if the Oilers can, crossing fingers, pull it out.
Okay, that was heartwarming. This is not. Have you heard of recession nails?
Recession nails?
Recession
like
nails.
Actual fingernails?
Yes. TikTok is calling it recession nails. And according to TikTokers, short, understated nails are in, and more expensive long nails and gel extensions are out this year. As one TikToker put it, these are low maintenance nails for the recession. Now, obviously, we know like beauty trends can't actually be a recession indicator, but I do think it speaks to where people's minds are at in terms of priorities. Maybe not spending that money on these extra things. Like one woman said she spends $150 on fresh gel nails every month that she stopped doing, saving a lot of money. She used to do it for Christmas, Halloween, Valentine's Day. That's out. And now it's all just about being more practical with your money. So if you see more and more people with maybe like the
basic nails,
recession nails, you'll know what it's about.
This actually makes a lot of sense because when times are tight, you're trying to cut back disposable income. That feels like one of the first things you're going to cut, the nails. It's funny, when you said recession nails, I thought it meant like chewed up nails because people are nervous, money's getting tight, and they're just chewing up their fingernails.
That too.
Those are, that's like Black Monday nails, or that's like...
you hear the word tariffs?
Stock market crash nails.
Then those are your nails.
I got tariff toenails.
The Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI.
Think about this one before you answer. Is your dog more popular than you? Is your dog more popular than you? There's a new study out that says if you feel this way, you're not alone. 63% of dog owners say their dogs are more social than they are, have more friends than they do. Steph, how old's Coda?
He's 1 and not even a half yet.
Okay, so he hasn't been around for that long, but we know how adorable puppies are. I've met Coda. Coda's freaking adorable.
He's a brat.
Answer this honestly. Is Coda more popular than you?
I don't think so.
Well, I knew you were going to say that.
He only has
you
friends
think you're so
because
popular?
I made him have friends. He has my friends.
You may have opened the door, but Coda is the one who barged in and became the most popular one in the room.
But that's because he's annoying.
You're like, that's because he's my son.
Yeah, he's my son, so he's popular because he's friends with all my friends.
Right.
He doesn't have like a ton of like dog friends, but when we do go for walks, he like wants to be friends with all the dogs, and they're like, "Go away, you're annoying."
Yeah, this study also says that dogs have their own friends, and they actually get excited to see certain dogs and stuff like that.
Any dog or human, he doesn't care. He just wants attention 24/7.
Right. So Coda casts a wide net.
Does that mean he's popular?
Therefore, he is popular.
Or does that
Right.
mean he's annoying?
There's a lot of people who love Coda. I mean, they're not mutually exclusive. There's a lot of annoying people that are popular.
Well, people hang out with me and I'm annoying too, so I get it. That's fine.
I was looking directly at you, but I'm like, there's a lot of annoying people that are popular.
I get
Steph,
it. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm not even going to fight this. Like, absolutely, 100% Coffee is more popular than me.
Totally she
Oh,
is.
totally she is. And I'm okay with that because she's my child and you want better for your child.
But you leave her with people and like she goes
There's only like there's 3 different people I'll leave her with. My mom, my good friends Div and Sonia, and then this lovely woman who I've been friends with now in my building for a while who has a cockapoo. And those are the 3 people that get to watch Coffee. That's it.
And does Coffee get along with dogs or people or both?
Oh, gosh. So she gets along with everyone, but her preference is people. Like, she loved dogs when she was a puppy. Now when I take her to the dog park, she navigates around the dogs and just tries to get to the owners because they're smart. They know that's where they get the belly rubs and treats. But let me tell you a story. Like, I'm out all the time with Coffee, and I live in a very densely populated area of downtown Toronto. It's happened more than once where I've been walking Coffee, having a great time walking around, nice day, and people will come up to me and be like, "Oh, my God, aren't you?" And then they look down and go, "Coffee the Pooch?"
Oh, wow. What?
I swear to you. And at first, sometimes I'm like, they're just trolling me. Like, they obviously know who I am. They're going to go from Coffee to me and ask me about the show. And I've had people just get down, bend down, and fawn over coffee for a good 2 to 3 minutes. And then be like, aw, and then get up and go, thanks so much, and then move on. Not a question for me. Don't
She's
care
way more
about me.
popular than you.
She
Yeah.
is. And
She
that was the
is.
moment I think I realized. I'm like, oh, you don't give a bleep about me. This is completely about
But
coffee.
that's because you have made her social media page, and then she's all decked out.
She
She
made that.
is
She
a
made
princess.
that. She made that herself.
Oh,
for
did
the
she?
record. Yeah,
Oh,
she
okay.
runs her own Instagram.
Yeah, but she's a little princess.
She locked me
She's
in.
like,
I don't
Daddy!
even have her password.
Yeah.
She's a princess.
She is. I love her.
But this makes me proud. It's not jealousy. It's pride. I'm so proud of her for achieving the status that she has. She's very popular.
So, like, what happens when you go on a walk and people start asking for her autograph? Does she like put a paw in some ink? And
It's her. First of all, get it right. It's called her pawgraph.
Oh,
it's her
okay.
pawgraph, and
Sorry.
absolutely, I'm happy to give it. But listen, I don't know if I'm alone in this. I feel like our dogs are more popular than us. Is your dog more popular than you? This is what we want to know. Tell us a story. Give us a call. You got lots to say on this. Ephod in Brampton.
My dog is definitely more popular than me.
Tell us why and tell us about your dog.
So my dog's name is Alu, which means potato in English,
Yes.
and it's a corgi. And she's basically like your dog. Like when she was a puppy, she was super friendly, wanted to be friends with everyone. So she made a lot of friends every time we went to the park. And now every time we go to the park, I have to say hi to everyone walking in the park. I'm like, oh my God, I just want to do a walk. I don't want to talk to everyone, but like I have to say hi because she has to say hi to everyone. And but like she also now she's 4, so now she's more into the humans than the dog.
Okay, so
I
first,
still have to say hi.
first of all, Alu is a beautiful, very cute name. I'm a big fan of naming dogs after food and drink. So well done with Alu, who's a corgi, who's 4. It sounds like Alu has also made you more popular. So Alu has lifted you up in the same way Coffee's lifted me up. Ifat, thanks so much for the call.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm in love with these texts coming in. You can drop us a text at 981-981. Is your dog more popular than you? Jason in Scarborough goes, is my dog more popular than me? He has a Halloween costume sponsor. I can't even get my friends to like my Insta story.
wow, that's amazing.
Liam in Oakville says, I threw a party. My dog got 12 treats in a sweater. I got ghosted. Is your dog more popular than you? Natasha from Mississauga says, let's put it this way. When we walk into the dog park, I'm introduced as Cooper's mom.
Aw, that's cute.
You know what, though? Like, I actually like being introduced as Coffee's dad. It's
Because
nice.
especially when you're at like a dog park, you don't remember the human's name. You remember the dog's name.
That's the unwritten
Yeah.
rule we all have, and I actually like that. It's really sweet. Okay, Arjun in Vaughan texted in to say, my dog has a better haircut, more followers, and someone once asked her for her skincare routine. Oh my God, that's so good. A couple more texts here. 981-981, is your dog more popular than you? Tina in Etobicoke says, I posted a selfie, 3 likes. I posted a picture of my dog, 187 likes, and a DM from a casting agent.
wow, that's awesome.
Okay, one more here. Josh from North York, is your dog more popular than you? My mom FaceTimes for the dog. I'm just the camera operator.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's true because the dogs can't operate the cameras.
But I
and the
love
phones.
putting dogs on
I know.
FaceTime. It's the cutest
They're
thing
so
ever.
cute.
Let's go to Vito in Woodbridge. Vito, is your dog more popular than you?
I don't think so.
You're more popular than your dog, Vito.
No, you know why? I have a Chihuahua, and Chihuahua are very, very funny dogs.
Yes, they're very small and they're very, how do I say this nicely, yappy.
Well, he likes to go after big, big dogs, but he's not very friendly. If we take him, when we go for a walk, I live close by a school. I have to go very early, or if he sees kids, then we have to turn around and go the other way or whatever.
Wow, so your Chihuahua's like antisocial because he's always angry at people.
And you know what the funny thing is? I cannot watch any animal show. He will be barking at the elephant, alligator, any kind of animal. He will run on the sofa, bark, 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 bark.
Oh, my
But
gosh.
when we see the real animal, he's scared and he runs away. I don't know why, son of a gun.
Vito, what's your Chihuahua's name?
Rico,
Rico. And how old is Rico?
he's going to be 5 in June.
Only 5 years old, doesn't like people, doesn't like dogs, doesn't like animals on TV.
Yeah, he barks at every animal on TV, son of a gun. But you know, I had another dog before. He knew what time the kids were going to school. They used to go over the fence and wait for the kids. They used to see him. Oh, hi, Max. Hi, Max. 3 o'clock, you knew the kids were going to come back out from school. You want to go back on the sidewalk, wait for the kids.
Max sounded like a sweetheart. Vito, thanks so much for the call, buddy.
Okay, have a nice day.
Oh, I love Vito. Enrico, that's awesome. Is your dog more popular than you? Priya and Markham texting and saying, my dog has been invited to 2 weddings. I was invited to 1, and it was by mistake.
What? How's a dog getting invited to a wedding?
I don't know. Because they make the cutest ring bearers. Our best men, our flower girls. That's great. Carlos and Richmond Hill texting and saying, when I come home, I get, hey, when my dog walks in, applause and dropping to the floor.
And the opposite, too. Like, sometimes the dog will be so excited for some people to come home.
Oh,
and
yeah.
other people are like, meh.
Coffee doesn't even get off the bed when I come home.
What?
She just flops over and I have to go rubber belly.
See.
If anyone else is with me, she runs to the door and she gets all like, so I am so unpopular in Coffee's eyes.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm old news.
And Coda thinks everyone is like the greatest thing ever that walks into his life.
Absolutely, because it's new.
Yeah.
It's that new. We're old news. Let's do another call here. Christina in Vaughan. Is your dog more popular than you?
He is. His name is Skidoo.
Oh, what a cute name. Skidoo. Tell me about Skidoo.
Skidoo is a white Maltese, and whenever we're at home or at the cottage, we take him for walks exactly like you. Exactly like you, Gurdeep.
And so like, the people that stop, they don't even care about you. They're like, oh, hey, Christina. Skidoo.
Yeah, and he's just super friendly. We'll just kind of jump up for like the pets and the rubs and everything.
Loves the attention. Okay, and how does that make you feel as Skidoo's mom?
I love it because it's nice to know the dog's so friendly and he's a people person.
Yes, I love what you said there. He's a people person because dogs are people. And also, they're just like kids. They're a reflection on how you raise them, right? So if your dog's well-behaved and is good around other people, that's like, hey, you did your job right, Christina.
Yeah, you hope so, right? I mean, he's okay with most dogs. Not so much with the big dogs. He does go to daycare, so he's great when he's there. But sometimes he can, when he doesn't expect the dog to be around, he warms up to them, but he's good.
I love that. I love all these dog names I'm learning today. Skidoo. Adorable. Christina, thanks for sharing.
Okay, thanks. You guys are great. Love your show. Love you guys.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Is your dog more popular than you? I'll finish on this text. Couldn't get to all of them. I apologize. So many came in here. Elaine from Pickering texted in to say, my dog is not only more popular than me, she's more photogenic and has better teeth. I'm fine. This is fine.
The dog has better teeth.
Elaine, I got follow-up questions. Maybe you need to go to the dentist. I don't know. I don't know.
The Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
This is the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
It's Thank You Day. I like days like this because it's a day to be thankful, grateful, And so we thought, why not write some thank you notes in the style of Jimmy Fallon?
Oh, I love that. Steph, can we get some thank you note writing music? Thank you. Thank you, people who say, let's circle back on this, for giving me a fun new way to say, we will never speak of this again.
I do that. Thank you, reusable grocery bags, for living permanently in the trunk of my car. And give me a reason to do the walk of shame with more reusable bags that I've now purchased because I forgot you in the car.
That's so true. Thank you, avocados, for costing $2.99 each and being perfectly ripe for approximately 14 seconds. Why do they turn brown so fast?
I don't know. Thank you, that little X on pop-up ads, for being the most elusive button in the history of human interaction. I can never find you. And no, I didn't want to download the medieval sword game.
That's so true. Thank you, people who say, it's giving, for replacing full sentences with vague vibes. It's giving incomplete.
Thank you, baby wipes, for being the Swiss Army knife of parenthood. You can clean faces, bums, dashboards, and probably one day, my soul.
Oh, wow. Finish up with this one. Thank you, Pooja, for calling yourself awkward at small talk and then immediately asking a stranger if they're happily married.
That was one time.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Okay, I don't understand fashion. I don't know how to dress for work. I'm lost.
I mean, you look fine. What do you mean? You look good.
Yeah, but you know what? The shirt I'm wearing right now is an oldie but a goodie. Like I've had this for many, many years. I don't know how to dress anymore in the workplace. And I think COVID kind of blurred the lines for many of us, right?
Big time.
Especially if you're working from home and you're just comfortable and then now you got to come into the office. I get that part, but I can't even find clothes that make sense for me anymore. Like, this might be a me problem. I don't know. If it's just me, let me know. But I went online to shop for the summer and I was like, I just need a couple of T-shirts. You know, just some things that I can wear to work.
Sounds reasonable.
Kind of casual, but not too casual.
Okay.
And either it was like oversized and boxy and very casual.
Oh, I don't like the big baggy look for anyone.
That's the look right now. Oversized everything, right? Either it was that or it was skin tight and a crop top.
Like we're harkening back to the 90s a little bit now with fashion.
Yes.
Crop tops and skin tight. So you can't just get like a normal fitting T-shirt that isn't a crop top or isn't super baggy.
I can't find one. And I like the only time I have found one where it's still tight and it usually has like stripes. It's usually like black and white and stripes. That's
I think I've seen you in that.
And I have.
When you just broke out of prison.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have 5 of those.
Yeah.
So I don't need any more of those. I just need to wear a T-shirt that isn't skin tight in a crop top or that isn't oversized and boxy. Is that too much to ask?
It's not. Here's a thought, and I'm just throwing this out there. Let's just say, and I'm not saying this applies to you, but let's just say you're a medium. If you buy a large crop top, would it then fit like a normal T-shirt? Or if you're a medium, but you buy an extra small baggy, would it fit normal? I'm trying to see if there's a workaround.
Okay, maybe I just need to blow up the size guide. Yeah. And say, I got you. I know what I'm doing here. I don't think it works like that. I think like it's built a certain way and then it's just going to fall off your shoulder. It's not going to look good. And it's not going to look professional at work. I just want to look
Stephanie, I'll be the judge of that.
But still dress for the summer. I don't know. I feel like it's really difficult.
You can't find
now.
anything. I've tried too. There's no like normal T-shirts. She's right. It's all crop top or oversized. And if you do try to go smaller or bigger on either one, it's cut totally wrong. Like it'll look like a disaster on you, worse than it already would if you chose to wear it.
There should be, because like trends, sometimes trends are great and sometimes I can't stand trends. There should be a store, and this is maybe $1 million business idea, or maybe this already exists, I don't know. There should be a store called like Off Trend, and they never do trends, and they just have like basic staples like normal fitting jeans and normal fitting T-shirts, and like you can just go, because when you hit a certain age, you stop wanting to be trendy.
True.
Like I'm in that era now, like I know the fit I like, and that's what I like to wear. I'm not going to go wear baggy jeans, because I look stupid in baggy jeans. I don't feel right.
I love that you're saying this right now because it really does speak to our age. Because, young people, you basically just describe basic. Everything that is basic, that's the store we're looking for. And that's like the opposite of what any young person wants right now. Like, it's so basic.
Yeah, and you
don't want to be basic.
But you know what? Trends, they're cyclical, right? So it's like, they say even a broken clock is right twice a day. If you stick with what's comfortable with you, in 20 years, it'll come back. And guess what? You'll be super trendy again.
Amazing. Where are we opening Off Trend? I want to go there right now.
I'd say Queen West. What's that? We're not cool enough for Queen West? Okay, not Queen West. We're going to open in the Burbs.
Got it.
The Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI. The Daily Double.
With Pooja and Gurdeep.
All right, Pooja, you got 2 stories you need to know. What do you got?
Okay, so if you're like me, when you play Jeopardy at home, you get a handful right while you're playing. But when it comes to Final Jeopardy, I don't know about you, but it never happens for me. I never get the Final Jeopardy. Do you?
No, I barely get any questions on Jeopardy. I'm good at dumb trivia, not like smart trivia.
Okay, well, if you were playing Jeopardy a couple of days ago, you would have got Final Jeopardy.
What?
The category was famous structures. Listen.
In April 2018, an MLB game was postponed after ice falling from this structure punctured the roof of Rogers Center.
Oh, come on. That's so easy because we live in Toronto.
You remember it probably as
yeah,
well,
totally
right?
remember that. Yeah, covering that on the news, the CN Tower.
Yes.
I'd wager everything.
What is?
No, I got it wrong.
What
I didn't
is
say
the
what
CN Tower?
And the tricky part is you got to decide how much you want to wager before the question comes in. So
true. Just, 2 out of 3 contestants did get it right. So they also knew. But, for a lot of people, they were like, what? We made it to Final Jeopardy?
I would have been like,
Toronto.
$1, Bob. I'm like, wrong game show.
Yes, don't do that. What do you got?
Okay, so it's summer job hunting season, right? Or I guess people probably already would have applied by now.
Yes, it's so tough. The job market is very tough right now from everything I'm hearing.
Okay, so if you're applying for a job, listen up. Make your resume pop. Make it clean. Maybe add a splash of color to it. Because according to a manager of career education at TMU, formerly Ryerson. Recruiters spend an average of only 8 seconds looking at your resume before moving on.
8 seconds?
8 seconds.
That is you got to find out about my hobbies.
my interests, my references.
It's on page 2.
Oh yeah, page 2 is also a bit of a faux pas. Try to keep it to one page, they say. So one recruiter did say he spends a little bit longer on resumes, but no longer than 30 seconds because that's all the time it takes him to decide if that candidate is actually worth contacting.
Wow, what do you think they're looking at first then? Like experience?
Okay, so they said if specifically for a summer job, if you're just applying for summer, they probably just want to know some basics like, is this person reliable? Are they going to show up on time? Can I trust them? Am I comfortable with them representing my brand? So how do you prove reliability on a piece of paper?
And in 8 seconds.
Yeah, so the advice is from this recruiter, make it clean, make it well formatted, keep it to just one page, a touch of color to catch the eye, and make a quick, compelling case for the role.
Okay.
So keep it short.
So like neon is out? I would have went neon.
I don't
Neon
know if
pink.
like the whole page?
4 pages long.
That's not a splash of color.
And all 3 pages are just hobbies that I don't actually have that I want to take up one day.
Hey, Pooja guy, don't call us. We'll call you.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Well, did you catch this week? This has gone viral online. So I guess this happened last Friday. President Donald Trump was exiting Air Force One, and he was sort of waving to the photographers, and he had his phone in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
And the screen was facing out towards the photographers. So, of course, with the quality of these images the photographers take with their fancy cameras, you could see Donald Trump's lock screen on his phone. And, of course, people have zoomed in, and now this has gone super viral. It's getting tons of traction online.
What was it of?
So the picture, I'm looking at it right now. You've probably seen this. And, you know, if you're not driving right now and you want to just Google Donald Trump lock screen, you can see it for yourself. But it's a picture of him, like, doing the thing where he, like, looks into the camera. It's a big picture of his face, and he's pointing. You know when he does the point?
He does the point in, like, back when he was, doing The Apprentice, it was like, you're fired. It was like
that's
that
what he
kind
did
of
when
thing.
you were fired? Okay,
Yes.
so it's that. It's a big shot of his face, and he's pointing into the camera, and there's an American flag behind him. But it's a big picture of his face on his lock screen.
Some people, like, go with their family as their photo. Some people go with something else. But
He's got like a wife, 2 ex-wives, 5 children to choose from for his lock screen. But instead, he's going with the Donald.
he's like, I'm the most powerful man in the world. I'm going to have a photo of myself. And, you've seen it. You've seen other people. Have you ever caught somebody else's lock screen and went, oh, that's an interesting choice?
Interesting choice, yeah. Okay, so I will say, and I mean, do what you want. I guess it's your lock screen, right? You put whatever you want on it, I suppose. But I once was on a date with a girl, and I noticed, because we both had our phones on the table, like her lock screen was just like a glamour shot of herself.
Okay.
And I don't know why. Is that weird? I found that a little shocking. I haven't, it was basically, she did what the Donald did. The Donald has a glamour shot of himself pointing into the camera. That's what she had.
Was it a slideshow?
Can you do that on a lock screen? No, it was just a glamour shot of it. And I think I kind of noticed, and I went like, oh, you got yourself on your thing. And then
I think there's a way to do it where, let's say there's a very good photo of you and that's the one you want on your lock screen. Like maybe it's you and your partner, maybe it's you and your dog, maybe it's you and your family.
If I was on a date and she had one of her and her partner, that'd be super weird.
Who's that?
Maybe we shouldn't be in public dining. I just found it strange. I found it a little, I don't know.
What's on your lock screen?
Inward navel gazing. Mine is Coffee the Pooch.
Okay.
It's
it's such a cute
glamour
photo.
shot of Coffee the Pooch. Yours, I imagine, is probably your kids or Paul?
My 2 kids
Your
dressed up, yes.
Okay, Steph, what's on your lock screen?
My kids.
Your kids?
Your kids.
When they were little.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, again, do what you want to do. I just found it a little off-putting. There was no second date, not because of that.
Right.
But I don't know, does it tell you a lot about someone?
I mean, look, if it was was it a really good photo?
It was a good photo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it better than in person?
No, it was consistent.
Oh.
But I think it just speaks to, what's the word? Ego?
Yeah.
Being egocentric, perhaps?
Yeah, the vanity and all of that. Whatever. It's like you said, you do you on your home screen. But I'm so curious because I think sometimes you catch people with their lock screen and you're like, oh, that was unexpected. Did not expect to see that.
Right.
Maybe surprising is the right word. We'll take the judgment out of it.
Yeah.
Surprising.
Okay, how about that? All right, so you tell us, what is the most surprising lock screen you've ever laid your eyes on, you've ever peeped? Maybe it's someone you know, maybe it's a coworker, a friend, a partner. Maybe it's just like you're in a coffee shop and you're just like, oh, this person's got that on their lock
Or
screen.
maybe you're like Gurdeep, you're on a date and you're like, oh, what's that?
Yeah, what is the most surprising lock screen you've ever seen?
Let's go to Rihanna and Ajax. What's the most surprising thing you've seen on a lock screen?
Is of me.
Oh, okay.
But it's because if I lose my phone, because where I work, it's a large organization. So if I lose my phone and they see my face on the screen, they'll know it's my phone.
That is genius.
Okay.
That is genius. I never thought about that.
What if you lose your phone somewhere other than work?
Well, then I'm screwed.
Rihanna, thank you so much for the call. We appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you.
You know what I also want to know is Rihanna's shot, is it like her standard employee picture, or is it like a glamour shot? Because that might
Does
call
she
into
look
question
good in the
motives.
photo?
Yeah.
Yes. Lots of texts at 981-981, including one from Andy in Ajax who says, I once saw their dog mid-sneeze, terrifying and majestic all at once.
Okay, that's awesome. Someone had their dog mid-sneeze. I love that. Raj from Mississauga says, I once saw a reminder photo that said, do not text him back. That's kind of nice. If you're just coming out of a breakup, like every time you pick up your phone and you feel weak and you're going to text your ex, it's just your lock screen says do not text. That's actually kind of brilliant.
Yeah, I'm going to start actually maybe we should have motivational quotes and things like that. That's good. Jillian from Keswick writing, their grandma's confused selfie taken when she was trying to Google bread.
Oh.
You don't know that she was trying to Google bread.
Oh, I love
But we
that.
all have those. Don't you have them on your camera roll where you've taken a picture of yourself by accident?
Accidentally, yeah. Or like pocket photos. I'm like, what is this?
I wouldn't make it my lock screen photo, though.
Text coming in at 9. What were you going to say?
To recap, she puts him first and he puts his team first. Got it.
Yes, his team that has perpetually let him down. What is the most surprising lock screen you've ever seen? Priya in Scarborough says, saw a guy in the subway with his own mugshot on his lock screen. He said it, quote, keeps him grounded. I kind of respect that.
No, that can't be real. It's got to be made up. Tyler from Brampton saying, I was dating a guy for 3 months and his wallpaper was a picture of his own abs. And yes, he took it in portrait mode.
I mean, I want to judge, but I'm like, if I had abs, I'd probably be flaunting them in some way. I don't know about the lock screen.
Yeah,
but I'd be
on a
coming
dating
in,
profile,
or
maybe?
I'd just be in here with a crop top.
Please don't. Please
Melissa
don't.
from Etobicoke says, my aunt's phone background is a blurry pic of her TV screen paused on Jason Momoa mid-blink. What? So she just took a picture of Jason Momoa in like Aquaman or something and then just set it as her background?
Yeah, you just go to Google Images as well. But anyway, that works. Stephanie from Oakville writing, my friend has a photo of a sandwich she once made as her wallpaper. She says it was her greatest achievement. Oh.
I respect that, actually.
You know what? It would make me so hungry, though.
The Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Today is repeat day because there is power in repetition.
Sorry, what was that?
Today is repeat day because there is power in repetition.
Got it.
Like the more you say something, the more you do something, you know.
Like willing it into existence,
Yes.
manifesting, all of that?
All of that. I think if we're going to look at this and how we celebrate today, maybe you think of a mantra. You think of something that you want to manifest for the summer. Mm-hmm. Just keep saying it over and over again. And over again.
I'm really glad that repeat day wasn't 2 Sundays ago, the Game 7 when the Leafs got eliminated, because that felt like repeat day. That felt like insanity.
Oh dear. Yes, because, you know, the definition of insanity.
If you had brought this to me like the Monday after that loss, I would have thought you were trolling. But this has been far enough
think
now,
about,
I guess.
okay, I'll do one for you and then you can do one for me. And think about something you want to repeat over and over again so that it sticks.
Okay, so you're going to give me a
I'm
sentence?
going to give you a sentence. I want you to repeat it over and over.
Okay.
I am not in a boy band. I'm going to start wearing my hat forwards, not backwards. I am not in a boy band. I'm going to start wearing my hat forwards, not backwards. Go.
I don't believe in this, but I'm not in a boy band. I'm going to start wearing my hat forwards, not backwards. Listen, okay, if I want to channel Brian Luttrell from Backstreet Boys, okay, who's older than me and still wears the hat backwards, all right, I can do it.
Okay, that's not going to stick. Do you got one for me?
Sure, okay, how about this? I'm going to be nicer to my co-host because I really missed his humor while I was on vacation.
Oh my, that's it?
Yeah.
That seems very self-indulgent, but okay. And accurate because I just made fun of you. Okay. What was it again?
Oh, wow. It should be listened to your co-host day. You know what? If you don't believe it, don't even bother repeating it.
I'm going to be nicer.
To my co-host?
To my co-host.
Because I really missed his humor.
Because I really miss his humor.
While I was on?
While I was on vacation.
Thanks for listening to the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Listen to Pooja and Gurdeep live weekday mornings from 5 to 9.
Only on 98.1 CHFI.
Toronto's perfect music mix.